How Long Gone is here. Breathe right. Strip is on. Mouth tape is off.
Good
morning, Chris. How are you? This is the first pre 8 a.m. pod for me, I think.
Oh, really? Have we not done this before? I feel like I guess I've done some wild shit, but that's because of the choices I've made.
Yeah. Your wanderlust hours don't count.
Catch me up.
This is the
that's
first
not
time
regular.
I've done a podcast from my home where the time starts with the number 7.
Well, bonjour. And
bonjour to you.
Bonjour. It's been a really nice couple days in Paris. Actually, I still don't love it here, but when it's 68 degrees and sunny, it does make a difference.
It sounds like spring has sprung everywhere except where I live right now.
Is it you guys? Well, look, LA is on a different schedule, and I'm not talking about just the 3 hours behind. I just, your seasons come and go as they please. I feel like you get good more than bad.
Well, yeah, 1,000%. But when we pay for it though, so when it's not good, we complain.
In taxes, I agree.
No,
oh yes, yeah.
I mean,
that's also true.
Just the cost of living. But I mean, to put things in like a White Lotus frame of mind, when you're in the hotel that costs $2,000 a night, and you're at the free breakfast service that's included in your service charge or whatever, and the rich dad says, "Let me get another cup of coffee," and then 20 minutes goes by, and then you start snapping your fingers and yelling at people. We pay a lot of money to live in this shithole, so when it rains or we're minorly inconvenienced by a cloud, we really start throwing a shit fit.
Today I was in my convertible and I was mildly inconvenienced by a cloud, and I
had to put the top up on my A5. It was fucking bullshit.
Bro, it's a fucking Thursday. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, we try to have the evil overlords schedule all the rainfall for when we're asleep. It's not a perfect science though, controlling the weather.
No, I mean that's true. I try. I use my I borrow Louis Vuitton's rain shaman to make sure it doesn't rain wherever I go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I forgot about that.
That just came to me. Yeah, that just came to me, and I still hope. Since I'm in a Fashion Week mindset,
right.
I'm kind of there. I've been walking a lot. My dogs are really barking.
Okay. How many steps you getting in on those Chelsea boots?
We did 23,000 steps yesterday in the Chuck Taylor 70 high All-Star Off-White. No problem, huffing all over town.
23,000 in the Off-Whites, Chucks? That's pretty cool.
I was impressed even myself. I went to this like the LVMH prize thing because MF Penn was in it, so I went to hang out, say what's up to some people, and then it was a 60-minute walk home, and I had time to kill before a call. So I said fuck it, and then halfway through I was like, this might have been a mistake as my but I have to soldier on.
Yeah, because you notoriously will get bleeding feet from all of your hoofing around town. Hopefully you're taking care. You got some Hokas on or something.
Yeah.
I mean obviously you don't. You have your Converse, but whatever.
I would never wear Hokas. But I did I've returned to Barry's Boot Camp Paris, which is I'd forgotten how during this time of year it feels like a casting call. So it's me and a lot of beautiful women who are not coordinated enough to use a treadmill. But it's still
harder than it looks. The treadmill.
It's still the thing about the treadmill, deceptively hard. So I do like that part of it, but
because you like to feel like the roles reversed. Normally, you're on the other end of the casting couch. You like to feel like one of the girls every once in a while.
I like to feel like one of the girls that haven't eaten in a week. I've only smoked cigarettes. I've got I've got the show, and I'm up for it.
Let's get you out of that Sporty and Rich set, huh?
Let's get you out of that. Let's get you out of that set, Mr. Black.
We're gonna want you to do a turn now, Chris. Okay, that's good. No, that's good. No, we'll call you.
No, keep your pants on. So it's been an eventful. I saw Jeff Hendrickson today. He's in town. I just hung out with Tish and Tom. She just walked in the Chloe show, so I got some behind the scenes. I was like, "Did you get to practice?" And she was like, sort of, but I had to get up at 6 a.m. for a 10 a.m. show, which feels pretty big if you go out at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you have to stay home the night before and
You have to stay
watch Meghan Markle's show on Netflix.fr.
We were talking about Meghan Markle. I was like, because British people know Harry's dating history, and Harry had some bad ones in his past life. So the Meghan thing
when you say bad ones, we mean baddies or bad people?
No, like extremely hot, aristocrats, basically. Okay. And so like Americans, a
9.5 named Pippa that you've never seen before.
Dead ass, yeah. Chris, I think her name is Chrisetta, the one I'm thinking of. Ooh. But it's unbelievable. She definitely has a good education, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. Okay, I do indeed.
It's been eventful, but I'm gonna go to some shows this weekend, so I'm excited to go to. I'm gonna go to Hermes, but
wow.
the Lacoste show's at Roland Garros, so this is as close as I'm gonna get.
I'm going to be at Indian Wells the same time that you're at Roland Garros.
Look at that, stars crossed.
We have all the worlds of tennis in the palms of our hands. I'll be getting paid and you will be paying, but
luckily I'm not paying, but I am losing money somehow. I see where you're coming from.
You think Uber's free? You think Uber's free, Chris? Okay.
Uber.fr?
I don't know. What is this Lyft? Did you watch the Meghan Markle Netflix show? I watched it yesterday a little bit.
Weirdly, as much as I like awful shit, that doesn't appeal to me at all. Like, I don't even, I've seen everybody talking about it. I can imagine what it is. I know that friend of the show, Mindy Kaling, fucked up somehow in like referring to her by the right title, I guess.
Yeah.
But is it just like another bad copy of Martha Stewart?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
But she, like Martha and Ina and all the other people, they had shows like that because they were good at doing this, and Markle has it because she asked somebody to have the show.
Hold on.
And they said yes.
G-Eazy just canceled.
Yeah, no shit. He went to bed at 4 a.m. yesterday. Why would he ever pod this morning? For our listeners at home, this episode has now turned into an exclusive one-on-one How Long Gone episode now that Gerald G-Eazy has canceled on us because he was at a bottle service table with Jadakiss taking photos and selfies with Supreme gloves on or something like that.
Which where do you think people, was the club tagged? Like, I want to know where people go in New York to do that now that Greenhouse is closed. Like, is Jadakiss and are Gerald and Jada at Chez Margot, Casa Cipriani? Like, where are they going?
Let me see.
Because Gerald ain't going to like the Bronx or some shit. This definitely is downtown.
Yeah. It's definitely he's at the Nines or something with Jadakiss.
That's so sick. Oh yeah, Jadakiss and Jeezy at Clandestino.
Okay, there's a photo of him. What is that? Let me see here. I gotta click the story of a guy with 900 followers. That's not good.
No, that's bad.
Yeah, I don't.
The promoter.
It could be.
No offense to the promoter community. Of course, we love and respect.
There's a photo of him smoking with some black Timberlands on. So I'm not gonna say a single negative thing about this man. He'll have my whole family tooken, as they say.
No, that's true. I just really wonder where, if you're a hip hop luminary and you want to go out below 14th Street in Manhattan and get like a table, where is that? Like, I literally don't know where you would go now besides a hotel, I guess. Like, maybe.
I mean, I think that's a sign that we are out of touch, perhaps. I mean, I don't know. Are they at Jeans?
I mean, honestly, maybe. That's not that.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
not that crazy. Actually, that's not that crazy.
I don't know.
Since if it's full of NYU chicks, some men will appear somehow.
Some 43-year-old men will somehow surface.
Men will appear,
much like Nosferatu.
All right, so I'm sorry, but you famously a highbrow TV watcher.
Mm-hmm.
You lowered your sky-high standards for Meghan because it was just getting too much. You were hearing too much about it. You had to tap in.
it was a little bit of that, and it was a little bit of me sort of taking a mental and physical health day for myself yesterday. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm gonna rot, as they say, and just lay on the couch at 4 p.m. and take a little nap to the soothing sounds of Meghan Markle putting peanut butter pretzels from one plastic bag into another plastic bag with her only friend that she has, which is her makeup artist.
Okay, well, sure. I mean, the classic trope of famous people, is that the help is the paid friends. That's all they have. And then Meghan, I would expect me to be different. So you're saying that Meghan Markle, you're saying that her friend on the show, like her sidekick, her Andy Richter, if you will, is...
Shout out to Andy. Saw Andy at Fish King the day after Conan hosted the Oscars. It was him and I building just two white podcasters in the Glendale space.
Pray for Andy. I can't believe...
Not cashing checks.
It's crazy you didn't invite Mark Maron to that link up, but sure. So you're saying that Meghan Markle is so desperate to have a co-host that it has to be someone that's already employed and not known at all.
Well, she doesn't have a co-host.
Okay.
It was just every episode has a new friend that just stops by to the house.
But are the friends usually famous?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I fell asleep.
Famous. I'm being strong. I mean, obviously.
I mean, I only really remember the gay makeup artist who. When like some people are like, all right, we need to have, like, there's like a think group of people somewhere in an agency, and they're like, do you have anybody in your life who says like, I die when you serve them like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Do you have anyone in your camp that says body tea?
Yeah.
Do you have that? Okay, got it.
We need to walk into a room that has a view of the East Garden, and then do you have anyone that would declare that they're deceased because of this view or something like that?
I love this. I love this room full of people asking Meghan Markle this question. Her being like, actually, I do have one gay friend, and he's already on the payroll.
And he kind of has to show up, so it works out perfectly.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Meghan Markle? A little bit. I kind of do. Like, all she wants to do is just...
You're a sweet guy, Jason, and that's...
She just wants to entertain, and she just wants guests to come over to her home.
You really think that's what she wants?
Get through the Mossad security gates, and then just dip into a beautiful...
After you get...
Epsom salt bath.
I went to be on Meghan Markle's Netflix
show. There will
be
a camera above the tub that will film you jacking off, but it's fine.
We made cornbread, but I did get an anal cavity search on my way in, so it felt safe. It felt really safe. The guy with the AK-47 aimed at me while I was kind of, rolling out the dough. Really, really made me feel at home, I guess.
But of course, Meghan, when you come over and they do check all of your holes and poles for explosive devices or any surveillance equipment, she has a beautiful sensual sport lube in the care package. So the probes just come in and out. You don't even know it. And it smells great.
So you barely know. Yeah. So we a friend of the show, Emily Oberg, is launching her sexual wellness line. There's a Wall Street Journal story about it today. Our friend Rory actually wrote it. And actually, old friend of mine, Chloe Horseman, took the pictures. So it's a real family affair. Mm-hmm. But I noticed I didn't get through the whole thing, but beyond the obvious, kind of toys, etc., there's something that I've never heard of, and I figure you in your line of work would have a wet mouth spray.
What is my line of work? You talking about podcasting? Are you talking about me being the mouth of the South?
I'm the mouth of the South. You're the mouth of South of Orange County. But I think that I guess that product, do you think it's like a throat coat, maybe, but you're doing a different kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I just looked up wet mouth spray, and there are there's a company called Good Head that seems to have the same exact packaging and colors.
You don't say.
So yeah, the head game spray is white labeled. There is a more expensive brand that seems to be slightly higher rated. This one's 4.5 stars to Good Head's 4 stars, which is Good Head's Juicy Head dry mouth spray.
Okay, so it's just basically if you have I mean, let's say that maybe like you're a big smoker. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're chiefing a lot. Do you think maybe like a Wiz Khalifa is using the good head spray to keep his voice lubed when he can take down the backwoods? Do you think there's other uses for this besides maybe the obvious that I'm not going to say? It's much too vulgar.
You know, I had no idea that this was a thing that needed to happen. Did you know that?
No, definitely not.
Don't you just drink water, like have a sip of water, and now your mouth is wet?
Look, bro, I have no problem getting salivated. Okay, you're talking to the wrong guy. My mouth is wet as hell. Okay, but I guess some people, have problems, and this should exist to help those in need. I understand that we all have different deficiencies. I have several myself.
Okay. I'm just wondering. I just texted you an image. I think it's rooted in something that you may have heard of called Entertainer's Secret, which is
yes. I've used Entertainer's Secret.
What a name.
As it's Entertainer's Secret, and the logo, if you're not familiar, Entertainer's Secret is a throat relief spray for singers and actors, and the bottle has the logo is wearing a tuxedo, almost like a magician style entertainer.
The bottle itself is donning a tuxedo,
Frank Sinatra style, Rat Pack
it's
vibe.
a handsome little unit. And if you look on the Amazon, there's a 5-star review. Tastes horrible, works wonderful.
I have used this before, and it does work.
Damn, I want this right now. Pause.
Yeah, you should cop. I think Amazon same day. I think
I'm buying now.
That it's I think it's possible that this one has some sort of numbing agent. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's some light numbing agent, but I haven't used it in a long time. I don't scream anymore.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it into my cart. I'm not gonna buy now. Now that you said that, I need to do some.
You need some time for thinking. Okay, fair enough.
I guess. So this is basically just like mouth lube.
Yeah.
But then it's orally friendly. Like obviously, I could just take lube. I could just put coconut oil in my mouth, or
that's called coconut. That's called coconut pulling, and I know you have done that before. So I see a lot of get ready with me videos that include that. So kind of while they're mixing up their smoothies and supplements, they're swishing around the coconut oil in their mouth for a half an hour.
I pulled a lot. I pulled a lot of coconut, and I'm honestly, I'll do it after this episode. Thank you for reminding me. Or just a salt rinse as well is really nice.
I get the gist of a salt rinse, but what is the what does that do?
Oh, it's kind of the same kind of vibe, but yeah, just like salt water, as salty
and you just
as you
swish
can
it around
handle.
your mouth, and you just
swish
swish around
your mouth for like 2 minutes or something like that, and it just kind of sucks a lot of the bacteria out, and
that makes sense. Healing properties of salt.
But the oil pulling, you want to do it for like 15 minutes or something like that. The same way, if you put like a stick of butter in your refrigerator just on a plate, you come back a couple days later and it's going to smell like carrots and Panda Express and all the other shit that you got in there.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about this. All right. So you're saying the coconut oil takes, much like tofu, it takes on the flavor of whatever it's cooked with?
Yes. Well, I mean, any fats.
Yeah. Okay.
Suck
Okay.
out odors and flavors and,
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, I want to know, I know Emily's a candy lover. So I'm very interested to know what the flavor is of this mouth spray. You know what I mean? Is it Nerd Rope? Is it Jolly Rancher? What Haribo?
Well, I guess more so the question, which candy manufacturer is going to be a bad enough baby to step up and lend their... I mean, streetwear is all about collaborations.
Bro,
so if
you're
she can
right.
If she can get the Haribo mouth spray with the logo on it, there's going to be a line around the corner at Kith.
That's actually, honestly, if it was a Haribo...
There's going to be a lot of 14-year-old boys using their bar mitzvah money to buy... to buy Kinder Bueno flavored booty hole spread.
Can you imagine hitting Kith, Toronto, Yorkville, getting a Sedell's bagel tower, and then washing it down with some Haribo wet mouth spray?
Bro, my mouth dry. My mouth dry, bro. Broski. Oh, broski, try this spray, bro.
That'd be really fun. That sounds like a good afternoon. That sounds like a good afternoon to me.
Yeah.
Well, I always love learning. As a fan of just commerce as a whole. I no pun intended. I am.
Wow.
Excuse me. I am very. I hope this works. It's an interesting product extension, and I think that maybe the void will be filled by wet mouth spray as long as it's flavored correctly.
I'm just glad that I'm friends with her and I get to try all this stuff for free.
Oh, I'm buying this.
I'll give it an honest review. You're gonna buy?
Oh, full price. Yeah. I support those who support me. You know what I'm saying? And she had this, she had Angela Hill, this great photographer, shoot the Sporty and Rich Adidas, and I was very impressed, and I let her know that. And I like to really encourage people when they do the right thing. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Is there a word for that?
I've
You're
gonna tell me.
Felt like no. It's on the tip of my tongue. I feel like there's some type of
positive reinforcement, encouragement.
Yes, maybe positive reinforcement. That's
I just like. I think it's nice when you're friends with someone and they do something good. You should tell them directly. I think it's you should send a text. You should make a phone call. You should send an email. It's not the same as like reposting or whatever. You should do all of that. I think. And I think it's a really nice thing to do, even for acquaintances, because I think that. Sometimes when you make stuff for a living, you feel like you're shouting into the void. Often, no matter how well it's selling or whatever, you're still unsure of yourself. I don't know. It just seems like a nice thing to do.
I agree with that, but on the other side of the coin, could this be seen, and this is obviously, somebody projecting, but could that be seen as
somebody?
Of all the shit that you crap out. Here's one good thing.
No, yes. Look, I see your angle. On that. It's for me. It's more like
because I feel like I do that sometimes when I see somebody who's like, puts whatever out, clothes, music, whatever.
Oh, this song's actually good.
Yeah, and just more of this, more stuff like this.
No, I like to think of it as this. This spoke to me directly. For whatever reason, there was a factor in this output that really spoke to me, and I wanted to tell you that I really liked it. But yes, you're absolutely right. But no one's gonna say everything's good because that'd be weird too. So you have to believe it. I think if you're receiving that,
I think it's a healthy thing. I don't think it's bad. I think it's like almost the positive side of constructive criticism on the if you don't have anything nice to say about something, don't say it at all kind of thing. Well, if I'm saying something nice about it, then that means I don't have anything nice to say about all of the other output that you have.
Yeah, I think that's an unfair. I think that's like a bad way to look at things. Let me say that.
I agree. And that's why I only explore those themes. I never fully ingratiate myself into them.
Yeah, you're a known you're Carmen Sandiego out here. You're always exploring.
Yeah.
You're always
I'm saying don't just look at the volcano. We don't need to go inside anymore. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling myself. Because it's so burny.
Have you been to a volcano in Hawaii?
No, but I just booked a trip to Hawaii actually
that's why I was on my mind because I've never been to Hawaii. I also have no interest in volcanoes or anything naturally occurring really, except water.
Well, I mean, you like chasing twisters though, don't you?
No, I see the appeal of that though. That I'm not a weather slut, but it does. I mean, as much as I like roller coasters. That feels like it could turn into twister chasing if I got into weather kink.
Twister chasing? Yeah, Hawaii is a beautiful place and I love it, but I have no need to ever, get on a helicopter with 3 people from Roanoke, Virginia and look at a helicopter, look at a volcano from the helicopter. I much like the Grand Canyon when everyone's like, I know it's like out of the way and it's like just a hole in the ground, but when you go, you get it. And you're like, holy shit. Or like Niagara Falls. But I feel like it's been documented so much and it's almost as if my brain has formed. I understand how I'm going to feel when I look at the Grand Canyon, and that is enough.
I think I would go to the Grand Canyon. If I was, but I would have to be driving across the country, which I don't see myself doing anytime in the near future. At my big age, but I feel I wouldn't go there out of I wouldn't fly there, let's say. But I just
no.
I used Blade again.
I thought we weren't talking about Blade publicly, Chris.
I'll talk about it with you.
What if Alex's parents tell her?
I'll tell her. I don't give a shit. I risk my life for convenience. But no, I mean it is. But I was on it. It was just me and one other guy. And
pause.
So what I've noticed on my few Blade experiences is that the game is who can be less interested in the fact that they're in a helicopter over Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? It's like which one of us is going to break and take a picture and act like we've never been here before.
This is a good Larry David moment.
It was literally a standoff with this guy who was like wearing Viore joggers and like a short sleeve hoodie and sunglasses and an Oura ring, and I swear to God,
short sleeve hoodie.
He really dead ass. But I swear to God, this guy did not look up from his iPhone the entire 5 minutes we were in the helicopter overlooking didn't take in the view. He was texting. He was in WhatsApp. I was like, bro, there is no way you are too busy to take this in. It also doesn't matter how many times you've done it. It's pretty amazing.
I agree with you 100%. Here's one small angle or one small possibility that it could be. What if short sleeve hoodie guy is really afraid of heights and helicopter rides? He had his head buried in his phone.
No, this guy looked like the ex-husband of a Real Housewife of New Jersey. This guy, the only thing this guy is scared of is the tax evasion.
Okay. If this helicopter crashes, he'll beat it up, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's totally the vibe. If the guy takes a wrong turn, he's gonna choke him out and take over and fly the helicopter to JFK himself. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
But I was just fascinated because I saw something and I had to capture it on my Apple iPhone. And I was like, this is too good. It's a perfect view of all these buildings through the window. I have to, I'm an amateur shutterbug. It's calling to me. And I did it, and I did it pretty smooth. And I still don't know if he saw me or not because he was so in his phone.
Okay. Well, I've got him on the line. Let's give him a call. So when you got on the helicopter, did he shoot you a look that says, first time? Yeah.
The best, no, Jason, the best part is he didn't look at me at all.
Ooh.
Didn't look at me, didn't acknowledge me, and it was just the two of us sitting next to each other in a helicopter.
The homie Don Draper.
With a headset on.
About you at all.
With headsets on, you have to wear the headset when you're in a helicopter. So it's like, and the pilot's like, hey guys, how are you? I'm like, oh, what's up, man? How are you? He doesn't say a word. He doesn't say one pleasantry to the guy whose our lives are in his hand.
Okay, so
it's crazy. Couldn't even say thank you when we landed.
Let's say you're the guy that works at the airport, and every day you wait at the little bus stop at your parking lot, and then the tram picks you up. It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like I see you, let's call it 14 times a week. And we're beyond the pleasantries at this point.
I'm very upset because what I really wanted to know is what third tier city he was flying to. Because I know he wasn't on my flight to Paris. I know that. And he was going to JFK, so the international options are endless, and we were going at a time where most of the flights are international. But I thought maybe he could be like an oil and gas guy. He could live in Wichita or something. I just couldn't figure him out. And he was giving me nothing. But I lost the showdown. Because I took a picture, and it's embarrassing.
I think it's growth that you admitted that. I mean,
thank you.
There's a lot of moments, humbling moments in our lives where the pond that your big fish ass is in gets a little bit bigger, huh? You think you're a big fish in a small pond.
I know
Wichita
I'm not.
shows you, bro, this ain't a pond.
I know I'm nothing. And that's honestly the beauty of living in New York City is it's a constant reminder that you are nothing. You are the scum on the bottom of one's shoe. And that is something
sounds healthy.
I think it is, honestly. For some people, not for everybody. But if I lived in Atlanta, I'd be like, you guys are all fucking losers. I'm the king. There's no growth there. No offense to Atlanta.
No, I agree.
No offense to Atlanta.
You want to be the cheapest house on the most expensive block?
Exactly. Smallest room in the nicest hotel. You know what I mean? That's fine with me.
I am dying to be the dumbest person in the room. So all of our rich and successful listeners who are cool, please invite me to a founder dinner or whatever it may be. I'll be
that's the thing.
I'll be in the middle of the table.
That's the thing where you're confused. I don't think founders are necessarily smart. Some of them might be, but I think
some of them.
I think most founders are just delusionally confident. And that's what it takes to make an idea work. Is that you have to believe it so much, and the way you talk about it is so psychotic that people finally say yes to you. Because they, it's how we get like what was the woman who had the documentary about her, the blood woman?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but for non-alcoholic beverages. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of, or you got, it's just like, oh yeah, we got a new kind of peanut butter.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, it's like that vibe where it's just like something about you makes people believe the malarkey that you were spewing, and you have to be delusionally and laser dedicated to the movement, and you have to just like beat it into people.
Okay.
I don't think it takes any intelligence, actually.
Well, if you're one of those people and you got a check for me, I would love to fail fast with you. So
I love failing fast. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll look. I don't want any equity. I'm cool with cash. It's all good. Like I'll take some cash up front. I don't need.
Yeah.
I trust you. I trust your vision, but I don't want to dilute your shares. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Hey, girl, I don't want to dilute your shares at all.
What's up? Are your
Can you
shares
gaslight the founder?
Are your shares diluted or like what's good?
Yeah, that's a real. You got any Mexican in you? Do you want some?
I love. Yeah, it is that. It really is that. I do like to. We have to humble our founders. Although I think the founders have been humbled by the marketplace. I would say
all of our founders who have been humbled by the tariffs. Our heart goes out to you.
Oh God, pray for the tariffs. Pray for the tariffs. Luckily, Canada's not for sale. I know you saw Mike Myers' T-shirt. I'm trying to get one of those. I haven't had to. I couldn't get it shipped to Canada. I couldn't get it shipped to Paris, but I'll have one waiting in New York when I get back. I should actually get that. That'd be funny as fuck.
Man, if we went, could you imagine if we went to war with Canada and they kind of like low key hold their own, like a Ukraine Russia kind of situation?
No, I think they would low key hold their own. I mean, there's what people don't understand about Canada is that it's full of rednecks. They're just called LCCs, low class Canadians, and they live outside of major metropolitan areas. But it's the same kind of vibe. Like they might not hate gay people, but they have a truck and a gun, and don't tread on me type of energy.
Yeah, and instead of hating gay people and minorities, they're like, I don't care for them. It's more of that.
I don't like them, but I mean they're going to be around, so it's something we have to deal with. It's something actually the guy at Timmy's, I believe he's gay, and I see him every day, and we get along quite well. And I've tried the hot smoothie, and it was quite good.
Oh yeah, the hot smoothie. I forgot about the hot smoothie. Let me see that.
Hot smoothie was so cool. Smoothie spelled SMOTHEE.
Yeah, instead of IE at the end, it's EE, and I really feel as if they spelled it that way because they legally could not call it a smoothie spelled normally because it's devoid of any nutrition or fruit, right?
Yeah. To me it stinks like a soup for my estimation. Can you have a mushroom barley smoothie? I guess so.
Oh yeah.
I guess so.
I pulled it up, the flavors. I don't know if they still do them anymore. I think this is a bygone treat, the hot smoothie, but they had butter caramel, raspberry, hazelnut, and orange. So I think it's just
dessert.
It's like orange syrup and steamed milk.
Huh.
I think that's what it is.
I mean, that's just a coffee. I don't know.
But there's no coffee.
No, I know.
Instead of coffee, it's just orange.
Okay. I don't really know. I cannot imagine what that tastes like, clearly.
No.
Because it sounds like melted ice cream, kind of.
Yeah. 100%.
But if it's actually hot, do you think there's steam coming off of it, like a burnt Starbucks Pike Place?
Yeah, there's like a foam on top, like you would get
like a latte
or
a cappuccino
on your Adrien Brody Bucks latte.
Oh.
Did you? And there was some Adrien Brody hate from the Oscars. We were talking about it last episode,
Brody
but
now.
we didn't.
I'm Brody.
I'm Brody out too. But we didn't talk about the moment where he apparently threw his gum
to Georgina. Yeah. He threw his
at
gum
Miss
to Georgina.
Epstein. At Miss Weinstein.
Do not do that.
Nasty.
She is moved on. She's an independent woman,
Okay.
fashion designer, partner to Oscar winner Adrien Brody, 2-time Oscar winner, I believe, Adrien Brody.
Well,
the nose that knows.
The nose that knows. That's good. But he was running up to the podium to do his speech, and then had either gum or a Zin or a Blip or a Lucy in his mouth, and then he threw it to her, and then she missed, and she had to like scramble and pick up a chewed piece of gum off the floor, I guess.
That's actually
and then
crazy.
People are saying it's like a Hollywood humiliation ritual.
Okay. Everybody, look, Adrien Brody is
I'm not saying that.
Adrien Brody is an amazing actor and a very good-looking man. I don't think Adrien Brody's super smart. I don't think Adrien Brody thought through. Most people in that situation would swallow the gum. That's what you do. if you swallow the gum, you choke it down. If it's a Zin, I guess obviously there's a risk of death, but you're winning an Oscar. Like you're on national television. You can't do that.
Yeah. Or, I mean, worst case scenario, just put it in your pocket or something like that.
Yeah, you're giving these clothes are borrowed anyway.
Hold
you're
it
giving
in
it
your
back.
hand or anything. But also, you're at the Oscars. It's a 4-hour ceremony. Best actor is going to be given away at the very end.
Literally,
you had
the very
3
end.
hours
Literally.
and 39 minutes to chew your fucking gum. And then when your category comes up, maybe that's a time where we could take the gum out and stick it under your seat. Whatever you got to do.
Or when you get the trophy, when they hand you the trophy, you just smash it onto the bottom of the trophy like it's a school desk. You hold the trophy, you give your award, it'll come right off. You got to sit. It won't even have time to dry. Well, the length of his speech.
Hindsight is 2020. We've never won an Oscar.
The length of his speech, the gum might have dried. That's the problem.
He did. He knew. I
actually feel people are so crazy. Like that obviously is just like a dumb mistake. Like this isn't Pizzagate. Like
it is not.
It's like everybody got to relax. But I hope Adrien goes away for a nice long vacation. He's earned it, Jason.
Yeah, I hope so too. Maybe somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Jamaica.
yeah. That's so crazy. I forget that he recovered from that. What do you think? What do you think this new Lady Gaga era is going to bring us? I feel like it's not super exciting.
You mean like her short black bob?
She's got a new look.
Era.
She's got a new look. She's got new music. She's musical guest. She might be hosting SNL.
I went to ladygaga.com and her website has crashed.
That's on purpose. That's called performance art.
That was the first thing I thought as well. That's bad. I mean, calling her album Mayhem, and then she has very kind of goth vibes going on. To me, it looks like female Kanye energy. Like she's doing what Kanye is unable to do because of the nitrous. Just, I mean, in terms of visually speaking.
I'm interested. Look, I'm a little monster, as you know, and I'm a big Gaga supporter since day one. I would if it was up to me, she'd still be doing Joanne.
Sure.
You know,
every album cycle is for a different person. I think this is good. I think it's fine. I'm okay with the goth angle. I think that, the rollout for everything is very well strategized. We got the SNL, we got the album, headlining Coachella. It's all happening within like a 1 month period. And I don't listen to her music really, although I was listening to Telephone recently at I don't remember where it was, maybe Pilates or something like that. And I was like, Telephone's kind of a bop. I want like a Alex Chapman gay mashup with that and something right now.
Yeah. She's got fucking smashes. Like I honestly, I love Lady Gaga, and I think she's one of the few real ones we have left.
I agree.
Like I really think there's no one more committed than her. Like imagine her, like Sabrina Carpenter feels like she could be just on a Disney show or a singer or work at Starbucks. Like she could do any of it.
Sure.
Lady Gaga is meant for the stage. That's all she has.
I agree with that. And
That's all she has.
it was cool to know that I booked her first LA performance.
Really?
Back in the day.
At Cinespace.
Yeah, she famously played at Cinespace, and I famously walked in on her changing and saw the titties.
Okay. Did she take a second to cover them, or did she cover them immediately?
She did not care at all, but her gaggle of gays doing coke were very
they could tell
upset with
they
that.
could tell your big ass liked titties. You weren't like them. They could tell you were get this get this guy out of here. This is a predator.
I was very apologetic. It was a little tap on the door, like, "Hey guys, just letting you know,
of course,
you got time to."
Hey, look, there's nobody out there, but you can go on in 10 minutes.
And she did, and I felt bad because she had that she had like a DJ producer with her that was like very early on, and he was, I forgot what his name was. It was like Mr. Superstar or something, but it was like the most cokehead name of all time. Like disco glitter queen kind of energy. And I think once she really started getting traction, the label kind of like, okay, we're gonna lose you now, kind of thing. And I always felt bad for him because he was there at the very beginning. But I think Gaga, she got paired with so many weird people at the beginning.
Never
signed her.
Never forget the Gaga Wale song. Never forget that. And she did the video. They did the video together.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
All that is to say, Gaga deserves her flowers and where she's at right now, because she has done. Everyone knows it now, but she's done so much bullshit. And
she was in the trenches.
We were talking about it like a week or two ago. The people that find the most success in life are the ones who are willing to do all the work for free.
Yeah, no, for sure. She definitely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. She was like in the slums, like playing for nobody, which is, people do not want to do that now.
No.
Do not want to do that. Now, I wrote about for Pulling Weeds this week about this Best Friends Forever festival. I don't know if you saw. It's Texas is the Reason is reuniting, but it's like Texas is the Reason Mineral minus the bear. But then
you already know my barber texted the flyer to me 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually true. But I'm stunned because it's just like these bands. I literally just wrote about it, so it's on top of my mind. But these bands were never pop. Like Texas the Reason is popular, but Mineral was never that popular.
I know.
Like Mineral is 100 times more popular than they were when they were actually around.
Yeah, it really feels like we could have been very early on Bitcoin or on Apple or whatever, but we chose not to.
Yeah.
And now look, holy shit, I had no idea Knapsack was going to be performing at a festival.
I was so far ahead on Sasha, but unfortunately it didn't really pay off the way Bitcoin did.
Yeah, and I apologize to our listeners who have no idea what we're talking about, but to the 17 dudes.
I don't. We just talked about Lady Gaga. That's one for them, one for us.
Well, who do you think is the secret headliner?
Well, that's the debate. The rumors are Promise Ring or Brand New, because Brand New, like the singer had some accusations, so they broke up in 2017, but they've announced some small shows in Texas. And Brand New is one of those bands that I never really liked that much, but is truly beloved. Beloved.
Right.
So I think
I never listened to them. I was too straight for that.
They're not bad. It's not even bad. It's just I was more if I had to choose Taking Back Sunday, I'm gonna choose Taking Back Sunday. He did heroin. This guy DM'd girls. You know what I mean? What's cooler? You know what I'm saying? What's cooler?
Yeah. And when you say girls, you mean girls.
Yes, I mean high school students is what the claims are. Yeah, or what the claims are. But
Brand New girls.
But I love that they're playing. I love that they announced they soft announced they're back, and then you look at the shows and they're like, all right, so you're playing El Paso, Dallas, and Nashville. I don't know if this counts. I don't know if you're really back. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't. So if they are in fact the surprise headliner, then they are back.
Mm-hmm. If they are the surprise headliner, I will be boycotting the show and asking for a refund.
I love Texas the Reason, and I think they're really back, and I think they'll just tour, so I don't need to go to Las Vegas to see them. Because, I went to see Sunday Day Real Estate, and it was good. They just, it's these things are depressing because everybody looks like shit. They all sound good.
My barber said that they could be the secret headliner.
Yeah, that's also in the mix. That's all Sunday.
I jokingly said it's probably just going to be Turnstile again. Why not? You know what I mean? Just have them.
Well,
do
there's
everything.
also I was talking to a friend about this, and it's like, why with something like this that's so nostalgia heavy, why feel the need to put like Wednesday and Tiger's Jaw, like new bands, on the bill? Like, who is that for, really? You know what I mean? When it should just be full nostalgia.
Well, I think it's because young people are now into it. You know, the same way that Just Like Heaven Festival mixes some new in with the old classics as well. They know what they're doing more than we do.
Yeah, no, of course. I also think it's just like, it's cooler to have something, you know, if it's all nostalgia. I just feel like most of the 43-year-old graphic designers with 2 kids are you know, they're there for Promise Ring. They're not there for Tiger's Jaw.
Well, maybe their kids are going to be like, oh, sick, I want to see Wednesday, and your old gay ass can go enjoy Pedro the Lion and tap your chest for a while.
God, Pedro and the Lion. That was a bridge too far for me.
Yeah, that I listen to them.
Really?
I'm willing to admit that.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I don't remember any of their tunes, but yeah.
Their tunes. I don't remember any of their tunage, but like, they're sick dudes. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty sick.
Bodacious tunes.
Yeah, that's when people think of Pedro and the Lion, they think of bodacious.
We are going to go. Do we want to talk about going over to Wisconsin?
I mean, I guess we should. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. So, because I literally got the email last night saying we're good, and sorry I was annoying because I booked the travel literally immediately, because the hotels are selling out.
It's fine.
So I wanted to get on it, but I know that's annoying, and so I want to apologize publicly.
I was not annoyed at all. I was literally just laying on the couch watching my Markle, and then you booked flights for me. I didn't have to do anything. If you texted me and said, hey, can you stop what you're doing and research and book hotels and flights, then that would be annoying.
Okay. But
all I have to do is just hit you with the thumbs up emoji.
That's true.
It's great.
That's true. But yeah, so we're going to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We're flying to Minneapolis and driving in a late model premium pickup to be determined by Enterprise Rental Car at the airport.
I'm hoping for a Trail Boss edition, but I know we're probably not going to get there.
fingers crossed for the Trail Boss. But we're going to drive 2 hours to Eau Claire, Wisconsin to finally have Justin Vernon, Bon Iver on How Long Gone. But we're going to kind of spend the weekend at his compound. But then on Saturday night, friend of the show Bob Dylan is playing in Eau Claire for some unknown reason. I believe it's just because he's a prolific touring artist. And will play anywhere. So we're gonna see Dylan in Wisconsin, which is something I never thought I would say.
No. And like I was saying yesterday, I need to start listening to the music of Bob Dylan so I could, I know this one. But I know obviously Bob Dylan. He has a lot of songs in the zeitgeist, but I think when he's doing these shows now at smaller cap venues in 3rd tier, 4th tier, 11th tier cities, no shade to Eau Claire, I feel like it's going to be for the heads.
I think it's one of those,
which I think is cool.
I think it's cool too, but I think he's also one of those guys who he's got enough hits and the set list and so many records, and the set list can be all over the place, but you're still going to hear 2 or 3 that you know.
If anyone goes to a Radiohead show, same kind of vibe.
Yeah, exactly. I saw somebody shot, where was he? Like there's a street style photo in Paris of Tom, because he was at like the Undercover show maybe or something, and it was sick to see him out and about wearing clothes like that,
getting his little fit on,
well, he loves clothes, especially from Japanese designers. But so yeah, we're going to Wisconsin, which I actually, that's not true. I've been to Milwaukee. When I went to ride a Harley with Yayo, that was Milwaukee.
What do you think is, or how do you think Timmy's influence and the film's influence will have on a live Dylan concert? Do you think there's going to be a whole new crop of young folks who are there because they're like, I just love the movie, and I end up, the music of Bob Dylan has infiltrated my heart and soul, so now I'm ahead? Is that possible?
I think maybe in bigger market, like in New York or LA, it might be like that. I think in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, it's going to be heads from the general area.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tickets will be gone before those kind of people would buy them. You know what I mean? Like
right.
everybody's dad from Chicago and everybody's dad from Minneapolis and everybody's dad from Milwaukee are going to buy the tickets before the 20-year-old who just discovered Bob Dylan is going to have a chance to get his Capital One visa out.
Yeah, but also speaking of all of that, and you know, going to shows in LA and New York, there are a lot of those people who, like, you know, whenever you go to a show in LA or New York and you're in like the VIP cool backstage area, it's you, 2 DJs that you know, and then like 48 19-year-olds whose dads work at
Always.
you know, agencies and record labels and all stuff, and they all always suck.
That's it.
And they all love Chalamet.
There's nothing. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I wonder, but I'm excited to make the pilgrimage. I think it's going to be really fun. I think
I'm just excited to fly fish with Justin.
It's also, I just feel like we've never gone to I don't think we've ever done this before. I don't think we've ever gone to someone's space and like recorded the podcast. We've done it at my house with David Cho, and no offense to David Cho, but that's different.
Yeah, I guess when we interviewed Ben Shelton at a tennis related event, that was the only time we were really off-site.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of music and friends of the
That's
show,
true.
the Glastonbury Festival was just announced.
I love it. We got
Lineups are so different
lineup is
in Europe compared to America.
So friends of the show, 1975 headlining Friday night. Neil Young Saturday night, Olivia Rodrigo Sunday night. That is range.
I didn't know that Neil Young's band was called Chrome Hearts. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think he named it. I mean, I bet it's around
Which
a similar
first,
time.
Chrome Hearts or the Chrome Hearts?
I think probably Neil Young came first, but Chrome Hearts has been around since the 70s or 80s, so it's a toss up.
That's true, but this Glastonbury lineup definitely better than American festival lineups, I would say.
Yeah,
but they're also super fucked up. Like on the good side, you're like, okay, you know, 1975, Busta Rhymes, Fortet, Anthony and the Johnsons, Bad Bad Not Good, you know, but there's like cool stuff going on. Faye Webster, Fatboy Slim, Floating Points. It's cool stuff, but then you also have to have like Biffy Clyro headline.
Biffy Clyro,
as well.
One of my favorite
or
British.
You have to listen to Ray.
Biffy Clyro is fascinating because they're huge, or they were. They were like the British Foo Fighters.
They also played us in the space.
I love that. But I'm excited.
75 people loved it.
I'm excited. I think it's cool for like, you know, George and Maddie. Like if you grow up in the UK and you like music, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is like headlining Glastonbury is like the North Star. I can only imagine how good that feels.
And I also love to see Shaboozey and Snow Patrol build over St. Vincent the way it should be.
That's the way God intended. Snow Patrol's got more slaps than St. Vincent, I'll say it. Less Grammys, more slaps. And by more slaps, I mean one song.
And also the first festival lineup where the last band on the billing is Turnstile. That's also nice to see. Humbling.
Yeah, Turnstile was getting a little too big for their britches in some of those festivals. Unless they're playing the hardcore festival in Manchester. I can't remember what it's called, which looks sick. Yeah. When we should go. We should definitely go.
And speaking of humbling, imagine what it'd feel like to be Rod Stewart playing Glastonbury, and then your name is smaller than Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, you're like, you know who I am? I'm fucking royalty. Well, Rod, you look.
That's like Meghan Markle headlining over Prince Harry.
Yeah, no, exactly what it's like. I wanted to talk to you about something I just learned about today, and you might know about this, but Tish and Tom were talking about a movie called Kevin and Perry Go Large. Have you heard of this?
No.
Well, they were like, how long gone is Kevin and Perry? And I was like, okay, what is it? And it's like, it's about these two dudes from the suburbs who love raves and go to Ibiza.
Okay.
But it looks sick. It's like Ali G era kind of thing.
Yeah, it's from the year 2000, television comedy spinoff. Two desperate teens travel to Ibiza to expose their musical talent to a wider audience, and more importantly, to lose their virginity.
And I also, they taught me about something I'd never heard of called Bo Selecta. Do you know what Bo Selecta is? It's basically a guy it's like a character, that made fun of Craig David so much that it like became a problem.
It was like a I remember it had like weird puppetry going on.
Yeah, it's like a puppet. It's a puppet vibe. Yeah, 100%. It's so fucking funny, but I'd never heard of it. And they're like, "You've never heard of this?" And they're like, "Do you know who Craig David is?" I'm like, "Of course I know who Craig David is."
You sang Craig David's song on the last episode of How Long Gone.
That's what I'm saying. I'm well versed in the CD.
Okay, well, I guess we need to watch Kevin and Paris. So what about this movie did they say? So they're like, this movie is basically y'all?
I'm just not. I don't know how it came up, but they're like, "You don't know what that is?" I'm like, "No, this is the most British shit I've ever heard of." And they both were like, "You have to watch this. They were like very excited to tell me.
Okay, well, this will be added into the How Long Gone letterboxed account. Kevin and Perry Go Large. It looks like I'm looking at a photo, and now I'm really starting to see why they're saying that. I'm gonna text it to you right now.
It's really
There's a
funny.
picture of a tall guy and a shorter guy. They're both wearing bucket hats. One of them is wearing a Great Hum t-shirt.
That's a great shirt. Yeah, that's a great shirt.
Damn.
I guess in this case, I would be wearing a fishing vest, which I actually feel I think the clothing would be reversed if we were going for How Long Gone accuracy. If we're keeping it a stack,
Sure.
just because of my music taste and your love for fishing. But there's something here. Maybe we should look through some of the set photos to get some inspiration.
Yeah, this is good. And I like the idea, all of our British friends listening to us right now who are absolutely throwing their radio out the window, learning that we haven't seen this film.
Yes, no, 100%. But it's just it feels
Izzy
like a
Wood
simpler
is sending
time.
me a link to the MP4 file right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a panicked phone call from Raven. What you mean? You've never seen it? What do you mean? It's really funny though. It looks great. It looks actually like a movie I might enjoy, which is it's just rare.
I think we're in the world where we're starting to maybe get a return to that style of comedy films where the only thing that needs to happen is some young people try to get laid, and the friends they make along the way are the journey, not the destination.
No, I think you could be right. It's Trump's America. You can go to Ibiza now and try to have sex. It's different.
Yeah, the nitrous tanks look different, but otherwise it's pretty much the same thing.
These nitrous tanks are so modern. All right, How Long Gone? HowLongGone.com is the website. This episode ended up being quite fun, Jason. Thank you for your participation.
Hell yeah.
When the guest cancels 5 minutes before you're supposed to start, it usually can send me into a spiral because of the disrespect. But today, I think we recovered nicely and made a product that the listener will enjoy, and that's all we can do.
I agree. If we were losing Kieran Culkin or Mikey Madison, that would be a bummer. If we're losing G-Eazy, I'll be able to sleep tonight just fine.
I mean, I would if I'm keeping it
no shade.
If I'm keeping
no shade to young Gerald.
If I'm keeping it 100 with you, I would rather talk to Gerald than both of those people. But I see your point. Kieran Culkin is diabolically annoying. Like I need him to go away. I know he's a talented actor, but he is just playing himself is his worst role.
Yeah. Well, I was only speaking in terms. I agree with you. But as a bag chaser, I was speaking in terms of just clicks,
of course, clicks
and impressions.
Yeah, I don't think Kieran Culkin's fans would stick around very long, but I could be wrong. Jesse Eisenberg, come on the pod. Okay, How Long Gone?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it, and we're back with more podcasts very soon.
Yeah, and maybe I don't think Army Hammer would cancel on us, would he? Unless he was getting topped off at Jar in the bathroom.
I recently got put back on text with Army.
Okay.
Anything could happen, but yeah, I mean
I'm looking at a tweet right now that says, "I feel like we don't have to keep interviewing him." And I will say, challenge accepted.
Yes, we do. I can. Well, multiple people sent me the Grinder thing yesterday, saying this is quote unquote Chris coded. And I just want to say thank you to all those people that sent me that. If you haven't seen the Army Hammer Grinder story, just Google it and you'll get the gist pretty quick, I think.
I don't know. I don't know if I got the gist.
Well,
to be honest,
the gist is he was like, gays have it so good, women suck, and then went into a bathroom with a guy he met on Grinder and started making out, and then was like, wait, nah. The same for me.
Right.
He took it like he took the joke to the end. Like he really did the shit that people say, and that's why I respect him. He's a committed actor.
Yeah,
he's committed.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's committed.
Yeah, good job, Army. A lot of jokes going in my head right now that I'm not going to say. So howlonggone.com is the website. We have a bunch of merch on sale up there. Grab a hat for summer. Grab a hoodie if it's still cold where you live.
No, we know your chick wears hoodies no matter what. You know, the hoodie at the airport, maybe.
I love hoodies.
You know, a head and a
we
hoodie.
have a great Russell hoodie. What is it called? The understitched? What is it? I forgot what it's called.
No, it's a Champion. Oh, you mean talking about Russell?
Sorry, the Champion reverse weave. Sorry,
reverse weave. The best sweatshirt money can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the J Crew 14 ounce, but you know, I don't want to pick
that is a good one.
Sides here.
The camber, but you know, you got to have a muscular build to handle such a heavy sweatshirt.
I just got a really good camber. Did I tell you that in LA at Varsity?
Well, this feels like a bonus Patreon episode now.
At 194 local, I got a really good camber brown. Perfect.
Oh, I'll buy it off you.
It's a large. Actually, there's a store in Paris called Brute Archives that is doing, I would say, a perfect reproduction in really good colors. Okay. Really, really good. So I'd check that out if you're in the market for a camber waffle lined.
I'm wearing camber sweatpants right now.
So thick.
I ordered them online. It only took 6 years for them to show up.
It's like ordering a couch from Knoll. Production time 12 years. If you want that USM cabinet, you're gonna have to move. All right, how long gone? Thank you for listening.